Did you know that once we pass the age of 50, our body starts quietly stepping away from the muscles we worked so hard to build? One day, you might glance in the mirror and feel like your strength has faded without warning. It sounds a bit sad, right? But you're not the only one. You see, this isn't just about getting older, this is about something far more dangerous. After 50, your body begins a slow, silent process, one that doctors have a name for, but rarely bring up until it's too late. It's called sarcopenia, and it means you're losing muscle every single year, even if you're eating well, staying active, and doing everything right. Most people don't even realize it's happening. They brush it off. "I'm just getting older," they say. But here's the brutal truth: by the time you hit 70, you could have lost up to 30% of your total muscle mass. That's like aging with a third of your strength just gone. And it doesn't stop there. Muscle loss doesn't just mean looking smaller or feeling weaker. It means a higher risk of falling. More trouble getting up from a chair. Feeling exhausted doing things that used to feel effortless. And worst of all, it means losing your independence. Slowly. Quietly. Until one day you realize your body just doesn't feel like your body anymore. But here's the part nobody tells you: there's a way to fight this. And not just slow it down, but reverse it. Because right now, there are people in their 70s and 80s, people just like you, who are building muscle, regaining energy, and feeling stronger than they did in their 40s. Yes, really. They're not taking magic pills. They're not spending hours at the gym. They've just made one small change to their daily routine, and it starts with a single food. A food that's likely already in your kitchen. One that's backed by new research that most doctors haven't even started talking about yet. In fact, over 90% of seniors have never been told this. Why? Because most advice is still stuck in the past, focusing only on exercise, while ignoring one of the most critical factors for keeping your body strong as you age: what you feed your muscles. So in today's video, we're pulling back the curtain. You're going to learn exactly what this food is, what it does inside your body, and how to use it starting today to help rebuild lost muscle, restore energy, and reclaim the strength you thought was gone for good. So let's dive into the first powerful habit that can help reverse muscle loss starting right now, and it's simpler than you think. Habit number 1, eat high-leucine foods, especially eggs. Now, don't let that word leucine scare you off. It's just a natural amino acid, one of the building blocks of protein. But this particular one, it's like rocket fuel for your muscles. According to a major 2023 study published in Nutrients, leucine has a unique ability to kickstart a process inside your body called muscle protein synthesis. That's just a fancy way of saying, it tells your muscles, hey, it's time to grow and repair. And here's where it gets even more interesting. This process relies on something called the mTOR pathway. Think of it like a switch. Leucine flips that switch on, and your body starts rebuilding muscle tissue, even if you're older, even if you haven't been active lately. Now here's the part that might surprise you: one of the best sources of leucine is something you've probably been eating your whole life: eggs. Not a supplement. Not a powder. Just real, whole eggs. 2 eggs in the morning, that's all it takes to give your body a strong dose of leucine. Or if eggs aren't your thing, Greek yogurt with a handful of nuts works beautifully too. These aren't trendy health foods. They're accessible, affordable, and absolutely loaded with the amino acids your muscles are begging for. But let's talk about the elephant in the room, because I know what some of you are thinking. Wait, aren't eggs bad for cholesterol? You're not alone. That advice was everywhere for decades. But science has moved on, and now, we know better. Recent research shows that for the vast majority of people, eating eggs doesn't raise your harmful cholesterol levels the way we once thought. In fact, eggs are one of the most nutrient-dense foods you can eat, packed with high-quality protein, B vitamins, and antioxidants that support everything from brain health to energy levels. So if you've been avoiding eggs for years out of fear, this might be the time to rethink that. Because your muscles, they need protein. They need leucine. And eggs are one of the most efficient, natural ways to get both. Let me be clear, this isn't about eating massive amounts of food. It's about being intentional. 1 or 2 high-quality, leucine-rich meals a day can literally start turning the tide on muscle loss. The best part? You don't have to overhaul your whole diet. You just have to make a smarter choice at breakfast, or swap a snack for something that feeds your muscles instead of just filling you up. So tomorrow morning, when you're standing in the kitchen wondering what to eat, remember this: every bite can either take you closer to strength, or farther from it. Your body's still listening. Give it what it needs. Now, once you've got that morning protein working for you, it's time to talk about something that's just as important but often overlooked when it comes to rebuilding muscle and staying strong: inflammation. Habit number 2, add anti-inflammatory foods like berries and turmeric. You might be wondering, what does inflammation have to do with muscle loss? Well, quite a lot, actually. See, as we age, low-grade, chronic inflammation becomes more and more common even if you don't feel it. It's not always the kind of inflammation you'd notice, like a swollen joint or a sore back. No, this type is silent. It works under the surface, and it quietly disrupts your body's ability to heal and repair. And when it comes to your muscles, chronic inflammation can block the repair process. Your body wants to build strength. It wants to heal. But if inflammation is raging in the background, it's like trying to rebuild a house while someone's lighting little fires inside it every day. This isn't just theory, it's backed by real science. A 2022 study found that older adults who ate diets rich in antioxidants, especially from natural sources like fruits, spices, and herbs, had significantly better muscle strength and recovery. Why? Because these foods fight oxidative stress, one of the biggest enemies of healthy aging. Oxidative stress and inflammation go hand in hand, and together, they wear down your muscles, joints, and even your energy levels. So how do you fight back? Not with pills. Not with anything expensive or exotic. Just with the right foods: simple, natural, anti-inflammatory foods. Start with berries, blueberries, strawberries, raspberries. Just half a cup a day. Toss them into your breakfast, your oatmeal, or just grab a handful while watching your favorite show. They're not only sweet and delicious, they're packed with antioxidants that help cool down inflammation from the inside out. Then there's turmeric, that golden spice you've probably seen in your cupboard but maybe haven't used much. Turmeric contains a powerful compound called curcumin, which has been shown to reduce inflammation and support joint and muscle health. You can sprinkle turmeric into your soups, stews, or even steep it into a tea with a bit of black pepper, which helps your body absorb it better. It's a small habit, but it makes a big difference. Now, I know some of this might sound new. Maybe you're thinking, is a few berries or a little turmeric really going to change anything? And I get that. But here's the thing, these little daily choices add up. Muscle loss doesn't happen all at once. Neither does recovery. But the foods you eat every single day are either fueling the fire, or putting it out. And when your body is less inflamed, everything starts working better: your digestion, your sleep, your energy, your strength. So don't underestimate what a handful of berries or a pinch of turmeric can do. It's not about adding more to your plate, it's about choosing foods that work for your body, not against it. Because every meal is an opportunity to heal. Every bite is a message to your body. And what you put on your plate today shapes the strength you'll feel tomorrow. Now let's build on what we've already started, because eating the right foods is powerful, but when you eat them can be just as important as what's on your plate. That brings us to habit number 3, prioritize protein timing, especially after movement. You might be thinking, I already eat protein, isn't that enough? And the answer is almost. You're close. But if you want to maximize the muscle building effects, there's one simple adjustment that could make all the difference: eat your protein right after you move. Why? Because after any kind of movement, even something as gentle as a 15-minute walk, your muscles become like a sponge. They open up. They become more receptive, more ready to take in nutrients and start rebuilding stronger than before. And here's the science behind it. Studies show that consuming protein within 30 minutes after light exercise can increase muscle repair and growth by up to 30% in older adults. That's a huge return on a small change. Think about that. You don't have to spend hours at the gym or lift heavy weights. A short walk around the block. A little gardening. Some gentle stretching or chair yoga. These things count. And when you follow them up with something rich in protein like a boiled egg, a small protein shake, or even a serving of cottage cheese, you're helping your body lock in the benefits of that movement. It's like giving your muscles the tools they need exactly when they're asking for them. And in return, they get to work repairing, growing, and getting stronger. The timing matters because of something called the anabolic window, a short period after activity when your body's natural rebuilding systems are at their peak. And the older we get, the more important this window becomes. Our muscles don't rebuild quite as efficiently as they used to unless we give them the right support at the right time. So here's how you can use this to your advantage, starting today. Go for a morning walk, just 10 or 15 minutes. When you get back, have 2 boiled eggs, or maybe a scoop of protein blended into a smoothie. If you enjoy something warm, even a mug of milk with a little cinnamon can do the trick. Simple. Gentle. Effective. This habit doesn't just support muscle. It supports momentum, because when your body starts feeling stronger, movement becomes easier. And when movement becomes easier, you're more likely to do it again. It's a beautiful cycle, one that starts with something as basic as timing your protein. Remember, your body hasn't given up on you. It's still responding. It still wants to grow stronger. But it needs your help. And that help can be as simple as a short walk and a protein-rich bite afterward. You don't need a trainer. You don't need expensive equipment. You just need consistency and a little intention. Because every time you move and fuel your body properly, you're not just exercising. You're sending a message. I'm not done yet. I still have strength to gain. I still have life to live. And that, my friend, is the power of protein timing. So, if you're truly serious about holding on to your strength, your balance, and your independence, don't overlook what you're putting on your plate. It matters more than most people realize. You don't need a complicated diet. You don't need to flip your whole lifestyle upside down. You just need to be smart about a few small things that your muscles desperately need as you age. Start with high-leucine foods, especially simple, humble options like eggs. They send a direct signal to your body to build and repair muscle. And no, you don't need to fear them anymore. They're not the villain they were once made out to be. Next, fight off that silent enemy, inflammation, with everyday foods like berries and turmeric. You're not just eating to feel full, you're eating to quiet the fires that slow down your healing. And then, don't forget the timing. That window right after movement is when your body is most ready to absorb the good stuff. A short walk, followed by protein, can turn an ordinary moment into a powerful muscle-building opportunity. These aren't massive changes. They're small, consistent, doable habits, and yet, their impact on your strength, your energy, and your confidence can be nothing short of life-changing. Now let me ask you something. Which of these simple habits surprised you the most? Was it the power of eggs? The healing magic of berries and turmeric? Or maybe it was just how important timing your protein really is? And be honest, are you already doing any of them? Or are you realizing, right now, that maybe it's time to take back a bit of control over how you age? Because here's the truth: aging doesn't have to mean fading. It doesn't have to mean slowing down, shrinking, or sitting on the sidelines. You've seen it yourself. That friend who's in their 70s or 80s, still walking tall, still full of energy, still sharp as a tack. Doesn't it make you wonder, what are they doing differently? What's their secret? Maybe it's time you became that person. The one people look at and say, wow, you don't look your age at all. What's your secret? And your secret? Just might be a couple of eggs, a handful of berries, a short walk, and a little bit of timing. Tell me in the comments where are you watching from. What healthy habit keeps you feeling strong, young, and energized? I'd love to hear your story. And you never know, it might inspire someone else who's just getting started. If this message meant something to you today, if it sparked a thought, or gave you a reason to take action, then please, give this video a like. And don't forget to subscribe to Thriving Age Tip. This channel is all about you, and giving you the simple, science-backed tools to live strong, age boldly, and stay in control of your health. And of course, hit that bell so you never miss a tip. Because every week, we're right here, rooting for you. Cheering you on. Reminding you that it's never too late to feel good in your body again. Thanks for watching, and remember, your best years aren't behind you. They're still ahead.